Dear Eve, and welcome to Sybil Tarot. This is a reading for Taurus, the new moon in Taurus that's occurring on the 11th of May 2021. This is a beautiful new moon. Taurus is ruled by the goddess of love, Venus, and at the moment we have Venus moving into Gemini, or has moved in. We also have Mercury in Gemini, so but the sun and the moon now is going to be in Taurus, and it's bringing kind of a grounded energy, and an energy that is kind of nurturing, that kind of connects with nature, getting into nature, celebrating nature, celebrating, your family, celebrating things that are tangible in your life, and this beautiful new moon now is bringing in this lovely energy here in Taurus, things that we love, things that we appreciate. So I'm just going to pull a few cards here and we'll just see what the energies around this new moon. We also have Jupiter in the next couple of days moving into Pisces, and that's Jupiter is how to say it will be going into its its own home sign of Pisces. Jupiter rules Sagittarius and it rules Pisces, but Pisces is the feminine energy. So, and Pisces is also intuition and that. So it's going to be a lot of feminine energy around, a lot of yin energy, a lot of moon energy coming in, and it's just a beautiful, loving energy. So the first card out we have here is the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles, it's not too sure whether it is Virgo. I think it's Jupiter in Virgo, but it's definitely Jupiter. And the Two of Pentacles talks about, balancing things out. This could be even as well to do, with your money, balancing your money. But it talks about balancing the energy, the earth energy that's grounded, balanced and stable. And, things that you can touch, and it's kind of like, with Jupiter, this is going to be, expanding, to appreciate what's around you, what you have within, within your family, within your surroundings, within your home, not to be looking further than, what's around you, and start appreciating this. So this is lovely. It can be talking about as well juggling your finances, but I feel more so because this is a beautiful new moon, this new moon in Taurus. It's talking about coming into alignment, with what it is that you appreciate in life, what it is that you love, who you love, or that, and showing your appreciation for that. Look, the next card out we have here is the Ten of Pentacles. And this is also saying, appreciating your family, your surroundings around you, what you have. There's a saying, it goes something like, stop mourning for, what has gone, what has been lost. And start, putting your energy into what you have, counting your blessings, But with this Ten of Pentacles, from the Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, it's saying for anyone that may be juggling their finances now or finding it difficult, to do with, their finances, or that, what you call it. It's saying it's coming into the Ten of Pentacles that things are going to, start expanding. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So money will start expanding for you. You'll start creating more money, or that, and even if it's not to do with money, but you're going to feel a lot more, how would you say, abundant, but it's to do within your family, within your home, your connections, even with the Ten of Pentacles, it talks about, you know, generations of family, you know, and to appreciate basically what you have. I'm not gonna, there's two cards pulled out there. I just want one, not a bunch of them. Also with the Ten of Pentacles, you know, there's, because of the two dogs in this card, it talks about loyalty, you know, so appreciate the people that have been loyal to you, you know, and you show your loyalty, you know, back to them. You know, they have always been by your side, you know, through thick and thin. And this Two of Pentacles, it is Jupiter. I'm sure it's actually Jupiter in Capricorn, but it's Jupiter in an earth energy. And it talks about traveling, you know, Jupiter, you know, signifies travel. But this can also talk about, you know, with things opening up, you know, at this time, that people are allowed now to start moving, you know what I mean? See, with this, it's called, you know, the dance of change. But, you know, things are going to start, you know, there's going to be a lot more, you know, movement or that within the next couple of months. And it'll probably, I'm not saying it'll probably just only be for the next couple of months, you know, but you'll see the change in the next couple of months, because Jupiter is going to be in Pisces now for only 2 months before it retrogrades back into Aquarius. But it's bringing in that feeling of abundance. This new moon this is what it's doing. Now we have here is the Four of Pentacles, more earth energy, a lot of earth energy around. And enjoy it kind of while it lasts, because we're going to have a lot of planets, you know, within the next month going into Gemini, and that's all to do, you know, with air energy. That's all to do with communication and information. It's ruled by Mercury. You know, there's going to be a lot of mercurial energy about and that, and people probably get up into their heads. And this is what this Taurus new moon is saying to you, you know, to ground yourself, you know, to stop thinking, just to let things be, you know, and go with the flow of life. But this Four of Pentacles here, you know, talks about as well, you know, for some you could be getting away, you know, if you work or, you know, live in the city or that, you could be just getting away from, you know, the hustle and bustle of life, you know, and maybe taking, you know, a couple of days away. And this will be allowing for with the Four of Pentacles here. But it also says for some as well, you know, to start tightening in your belt when it's to do with, you know, your finances or that, you know, start being a bit of more of a miser with your money, you know. But it's very good. It's also saying, you know, that with the Four of Pentacles as well, that you may have, you know, been struggling in the past to do with your finances, but that's coming into balance now with the Ten of Pentacles here. And the Four of Pentacles is probably going to be allowing you to put money aside for the likes of, you know, a little trip away, or, you know, just for a rainy day or that, you know what I mean? And as I say, this is a general reading, you know, so to speak. So it wouldn't be specifically, you know, for one particular star sign or that. It's just talking about this new moon. Oh, this is lovely. The next card out we have here is the Lover's card. And the Lover's card is, it's a major arcana card, and it is Gemini. And as I said to you, you know, Venus, even though we're in Taurus, the sun is in Taurus, you know, and it's ruled by Venus. Venus has actually moved into Gemini, you know. So for some, over the summer months, you know, if you're single and looking at that, you know, there could be a new love interest coming your way, you know, and this is, you know, a beautiful love. It's an unconditional love, you know, and it can talk about soulmates, you know, coming together. Definitely, because look what we have underneath. We have here is the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is a messenger, and he brings a message, you know, and Cups is all to do with love. So this is, you know, might not necessarily be, you know, to do with a partner, or that it could be even just within your family. Do you know that way? Unconditional love within the family, you know. Um, but the Knight of Cups can talk about a soulmate, you know, um, or you know, a soul friend, you know, somebody that there would be some type of, you know, spiritual connection or a deep connection that you feel with this person. And for people who are single, this this new moon could be bringing in this, and this new moon will kind of, you know, the energies be quite strong for the next couple of weeks, so that, you know, before we get into the full moon. And the full moon is happening in Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter as well, you know. So, you know, especially, and it's, if you look at Sagittarius from Gemini, if you were a Gemini person or had Gemini ascending in your chart, and you look towards Sagittarius, well, Sagittarius talks about the seventh house, and the seventh house is all about your relationships, relationships that are meaning meaningful to you. So yes, definitely, you know, for some people, you know, this new moon is bringing in, and look what also we have here now is the Seven of Cups, more, you know, water energy. And the Seven of Cups talks about having choices in the love area, you know, choices that you may be in the dark about. Um, it could be as well, you know, if it's somebody from your past, somebody may be holding on to you, you know, dearly, you know, they're holding on to you with their heart chakra, or that, you know, they may be feeling closed off at the moment. There may be no communication, or they're not opening up towards you. Um, but with this Seven of Cups here, it's saying, you know, that there is offers coming in. This could be just from one person, or it could be from a number of people, or that, you know, or even if you are in a deep connection, or that, it can also talk about a higher level of commitment being offered, you know, or choices within, you know, lovers, because this lovers card is known as the choice card. So you could have choices with your lover, you know, about things, you know, about going forward, or that. But whatever it is, it's very good, you know, it's grounded, it's balanced, it's stable, with all these pentacles here, you know, that these are kind of, you know, if you are a couple or that, and you're thinking of starting a family or that, you know, this is a very good omen for this, you know, the Ten of Pentacles, you know, because the Ten of Pentacles talks about generations of family, or that. The next card we have here is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is air energy. And like that, it's going under the Gemini, you know. So you could be actually dealing with a Gemini person here. Or it could be just talking about, you know, during the Gemini time, which would be next month. Do you know, after Taurus comes the Gemini period. And the King of Swords, you know, he represents an air sign. It could be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. And the King of Swords, you know, he might come, you know, across at the beginning quite cold, and, you know, um, distant, or that. But, you know, once you get to know this person, they're usually quite loving, you know, that way. They can be a little bit quite logical, you know, within their mind, or, you know, or how they show love is quite logical, you know. They might not be the most romantic person, or that, you know, um, but they can be the great communicators as well, especially if it's a Gemini person. This person, you know, would have the gift of the gab, so to speak, you know, or they're great fun to be around. Do you know, they have a quite like a childlike, you know, um, personality about them. Do you know that way? Very, you know, young, loving. But this could be the person that's coming in, you know, or you like that with the Seven of Cups. You could have two people here. You could have a younger person, a younger energy. Also, you could have, you know, the King of Swords here. Get two more cards now just to complete the reading for this new moon in Taurus. Like I say, even if you are, you know, in a relationship with that, you could be making choices, because, as I say, the Lover's card is known as the choice card in ancient astrology. And then here with the Seven of Cups, it's talking about having choices. And it could be to do with money. It could be, making a choice to save, and probably to save for a new home here with this Ten of Pentacles. Do you know that? And maybe looking at ways of how to kind of save your money, or how to kind of, look after the bills that are coming in, but allowing you to save as well. And if this is what you want, this is what this new moon in Taurus, with new moons, they talk about manifesting things that you want, kind of setting your intentions. I don't like to use the word manifesting, but setting your intentions as to what it is that going forward that you want. You could, for some singles, you could have a lot of people, uh, more than two interests, even a third, because we have here is the Knight of Wands. Now, this can talk about the same person or that, but usually the Knight of Wands, like that, is a chatty, witty young person. I feel, for a lot, it could be, that this person may have a lot of Gemini in their chart, but they're known as the Great Adventurer. And as well as I said that about saving money, putting money aside for a trip, with the Jupiter card here, it talks about trip, but the Two of Pentacles talks about short trips, like could be little weekends away or that. But here with the Knight of Wands, it can talk about having, a sun holiday, So I'm not saying that you'd be traveling as in, in the next couple of months of that, but you could be booking something, looking to book something, Or you could be having little short trips with 3 different people here or that, And even though it might show that it's the King of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords, or the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. If it is a male person looking at this, it doesn't mean that, this is just for women or that. That is just the energy that, that is being held here. But if this is just this one person, they're going to let you know what I mean, that they're interested in you and that, and they're, if nothing else, they're going to be quite fun, And then the last card we have here is the Queen of Swords here. So this is feminine energy, and the Queen of Swords is air as well. So Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, and like that is Gemini. I just think, this new moon might be the kickstart for something, for coming during the month of June, during this Gemini time, because there's a lot of things going on in June astrologically. There, as I said, about Venus and Mercury, and then the sun will be moving into, into Gemini, but there's going to be a lunar eclipse at the end of this month in Gemini, and then there's also going to be a solar eclipse at the end of Gemini season. So, and then we also have Mercury, and these planets are going to be passing the North Node, and that's very special indeed. But here with the Queen of Swords here, it's saying with the Queen of Swords, she can be quite logical. And look, actually, I'm only to realize we have a match here. We do have the the King and the Queen of Swords here, so this is a match, so to speak. So it could be that you may be meeting somebody that that you might have a long-term relationship with, that with, like, you might have your differences, different way of thinking, and maybe communicating as well, because with this with the King here, and then the Queen kind of has her back, too. But I feel, especially with air, and especially if it's Aquarius, but mostly with air, they kind of like, even though they like to be in a relationship, they kind of like to do their own thing as well, to have their own freedom or that, and as well as that, we do have, talking about that, that's that planet of Uranus, um the planet of sudden change, and that's also in Taurus, you know what I mean. And we have this sun and this the beautiful new moon all in around this Uranus, so there is going to be change brought in, and kind of for the better, Do you know that way? Because Uranus is all about change. Um, but I do feel, you know, if this reading is resonating with you, and it's a very, very positive reading that's coming for this beautiful new moon. So I do hope you like the reading. If you do, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Cheers, Slán.